What's happening, party people? Welcome to Blues Lawyer Confessional. This is Jack, and I have found the best value guitar. If you've been watching the channel, you may recall a video where we talked about going to Guitar Center every week for basically ever. And in that video, I talked about a guitar that made me go, like, this guitar is actually really good. And the guitar that I couldn't stop talking about was the Squier Sonic Bullet, whatever you want to call it, Mustang. The Squier Mustang. This guitar is the best value in guitar in the world today. And by the world, I mean America. And by America, I mean the East Coast of America. This guitar is a guitar. It does all the guitar things. It feels like a guitar. It plays like a guitar. It makes rockin' sounds. It makes chill sounds. It makes the loud and the quiet. The tuners tune. The string string. The pickups pick up. The output jack outputs. Feels good. It's light. At a 24-inch scale, it's small enough that our younger friends, children perhaps, could play it with comfort. But it's a real guitar. So it's not something that's a toy that's a piece of garbage like this video. So after going to Guitar Center for dozens of weeks in a row and not being able to stop talking about this guitar, my birthday came up and the kids and my wife woke me up with breakfast in bed and a guitar-shaped box wrapped. Inside that box was this guitar, the same exact guitar that I couldn't stop talking about. Just really cool. I do want to highlight though, please don't buy your loved ones guitars as presents unless it's in this price range, which the price range is, this was $150, brand new, direct from Fender. I believe they're going for $199 now, but keep your eyes open. You probably can get it for that lower price somewhere. But even at $199, it's quite the steal. Right out of the box, let me tell you about the experience. Because it's not perfect. It's a lovely guitar, and I do love it. But let me tell you some things about it that I had to work on. Just like any new guitar, you want to check the intonation at the bridge, which means adjusting the bridge saddles so that the note played at the 12th fret and the harmonic are the same note. That way you can be sure that the notes will sound true as you open down the neck. And that's really important. So you get that intonation going. I also need to balance the playability with the action. I like my action super low. Some people like it higher. It came not too high, but I lowered it. Tightened it up, lowered it by lowering the screws down here. And then I also made sure that nothing was buzzing out. And it didn't. I had no dead frets, which is really cool. I also checked the side of the, check that out, look at this. No fear. I checked the side of the frets for sharp fret edges, and guess what? There were none. No fret edges that were sharp. Didn't even need a sock. Did the blood test. Nothing. Other things of value. While I took the strings off, I did replace the strings, but I will say the strings that came on it were completely usable, playable strings that you would not be embarrassed by, unlike that other guitar in the other video. I guess lowlights. Are they lowlights? Other lowlights. The nut slots. The nut slots were not cut as low as they should have been. And the way you know this is when you have it perfectly tuned and intonated and you play like an E chord and it sounds terrible. And it shouldn't sound terrible. It should sound like an E chord, right? So what happens is because the slot is too high, the angle that you come down on the fret is too steep. It gets too high, it gets pitchy, and it'll sound out of tune. You could also plug in a tuner and check the notes at like the first, second, and third frets. And then from there, you can go ahead and say, hey, this guitar needs to have the slots cut down a little deeper. I was emboldened by Ryan Burke's video on 60 Cycle Hum on getting those terrible like pipe cleaner cutters. They're not very good, I'll be honest with you, but I just need a little bit of a deepening of the slots. You also could use a cutoff piece of guitar string and just kind of rub it back and forth. Just a little bit. Knobs are great. Switch is great. One thing grinds my gears. And I totally get why they did it. The switch goes this direction. It goes parallel with the neck. And I'm used to all my other guitars going perpendicular up and down. But it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I guess the biggest grinds my gears is this bridge though. And here's where you might have some second thoughts of getting this guitar. If you're getting this as a mod platform, as a model for improvement and upgrades, this is a top-loaded bridge, which means there's no cut in the back. Let's turn this around here. You can see it's a slab of wood right here, okay? So what that means is you can't just go off and get any off-the-shelf Mustang bridge. You have to get a top-loading bridge unless you want to drill holes and stuff. So there are very few top-loaded bridges that fit this general profile if you're trying to not do too much surgery to the guitar. And maybe you want to do a bunch of surgery. You want to be a guitar doctor like that guitar doctor. I think it's a fine bridge. One of the things that I did find mildly annoying was when I was fishing in the strings through the back and then trying to get it through the hole there. It was a mild challenge. I've made my own little rig with a bent piece of guitar string that I looped in there, and then I pulled it through like it's a sewing thread helper. But yeah, this is a fine guitar. I'm not going to read the specs that are on the website. And frankly, if you're looking at a guitar in this price range, you shouldn't read the specs. Does it play? Yes. Does it play well? Yes. Since I've gotten this guitar, I confidently have brought it with me to shows as a backup guitar, fully accepting and fully capable of being the guitar that's played on stage. It's my grab-and-go guitar. If I'm like, I want to play some guitar, pick it up. It's pretty close to staying in tune, and I play, can play my songs. It's a perfect couch guitar, 24-inch scale. Oh no, I said specs. But at the size, it's a fantastic couch guitar. It's something that you could get for a student to learn, and they can keep playing it, and get it as an adult to enjoy or learn, and keep playing it. This is a starter guitar. It could also be a lifetime guitar. Thanks for watching. Less fiddling, more playing.